and Jacob in a good position here with the AWP. The Molotov will do something, but they are running out of time, and Jacob even going to hit that shot. And now can't even escape Aerial. That's going to be a huge steal out of Renegades. Did they all go with the bomb?
Yep.
I guess they did.
Everyone died with the bomb.
But still, a victory.
A huge victory as well, considering this is, I mean, there's a start right there. This was a huge kill to get. I don't know how Liaz gets it so quickly. Alu overextended through the smoke. And even part of that is, I mean, such a deep smoke towards CT spawn. Alu was really baited into taking a very wide angle.
So probably a good time, I think. It's actually Renegades calling the timeout, but I would have said, like, if not, then ENCE should have probably done it and just said, hold on, guys. Like, you know, we get that kind of a lead again. Let's not do anything crazy.
Right.
It's not really worth it. 9th round about to commence, and it looks like ENCE do have enough money to put together a buy of sorts. So they'll be all right in that sense.
That's going to be a similar scenario in terms of their money. Both teams pretty much buying all the way down, especially with Renegades out of a victory, all 5 players dying. $1,050 on Azza is the most that Renegades have to work with. So here we go, round 9. Banana control again. And again, 3 players here for ENCE to start things out. A lot of utility being used. Azza down to 60 HP already.
Oh, the counter grenade. That is actually just amazing. Azza having a rough time. He did get a couple of kills in the last round, though. X7 cleaning up with the UMP. The bomb is even right there, and yeah, sure, they're going to get that kill. Leah's running out of bullets. Everybody is confused. But ultimately, Alexi got his pistol out just a second early. And now they've lost the bomb.
They were so dedicated to taking control of Banana. Alu, oh, that's a miss that you don't normally see from him, but still, the bomb at top Banana. Alexi with low HP is just going to push all the way down and get a new creative position. Meanwhile, it doesn't really matter what happens over here. There's a minute left, so obviously they can find a way to get these kills that'd be pretty cool, but they still have to go back to Banana and deal with everything else.
Yes, they do. Smoke up there. They found a guy in pit. Could maybe try and exploit that. They're certainly sneaking their way in. Aerial with a good position, and he's going to take him down right through the smoke. Heads up play from him, and that will net ENCE a 6th round. And because they lost everything, as you said, not only did they have to spend their whole bank, but now they can't buy again. I feel like Renegades are playing kind of a decent first half, but they are falling in some weird obstacles here early on.
Well, they still haven't strung rounds together, yeah, and some of the economic issues that you don't normally see this bad on the T side. They've had some really unfortunate losses. They still need to find a way to exploit, you know, so many players, such an aggressive defense for ENCE for a long period of time in Banana. It's a lot of manpower, a lot of utility that's being devoted there from ENCE.
Yeah, the upside is they've been playing great with the CCs, so
yeah.
But 2 out of the 3 rounds they've had have been that.
Yep, have been the CZs. Blessing in disguise, perhaps. Plenty of utility for Renegades to set something up. Have some nades and some smokes to play with to get some advanced positions. I think one of the benefits that came out of the last round as well was right at the end there. That final kill that Renegades was able to get was on Alu with the AWP. They weren't able to pick that up, so that's an expensive weapon that they just had to kind of eat the cost of. Only had it for 1 round.
Pretty deep smoke. Counter Molotov coming out over at Archway to try and basically funnel them the other way at about 50 seconds. Alu taking an aggressive fight. These pistols are doing so much work. That's Gratisfaction taking 1 down. And in the pit, that's Sergey saving his teammate. Liaz was just about to make that flank happen on Aerial, and that would have probably got them the kill. But now instead, things have sort of ground to a halt here for Renegades, and ENCE should be able to hold the defense. Great tap coming out. That is beautiful. He can't follow it up, but still a moment of good marksmanship there. JKS going down last, and that will make it another round on ENCE side. 7-3 in their favor, leading into round number 11.
No, but they're not out of it just yet. Renegades, as you mentioned, I mean, it was a bit of almost like a joke, but they are doing incredibly good with the CZs and the pistols. So they've kept the money low on the ENCE side of things. I mean, at this point, it's still just kind of, I guess, a piece of hope to look at. I mean, you still have to win a round to actually capitalize on that kind of work. 7-3, and this time it's only Glocks. This time, I mean, there's nothing that they're fighting with that can help them win this.
Yeah, I mean, that's that is almost the sad thing, isn't it? Is that if they could have just found like a couple of back-to-back rounds or anything like that, if they could have even stolen a gun or something at one point, like they would have had just a little bit more to work with here.
Yeah, well, it's tough too because the way they traded rounds earlier took their entire losing bonus away.
Yeah.
So they just had to start back from scratch.
They've literally found the worst possible way to lose rounds in this first half.
In this new economy, this is one of the rare ways in which the T side can get economically ruined.
And now they don't even have the CZs. So very likely will be 8-3, at which point they could actually still have a respectable first half. I guess that's the upside, right? Like it isn't that far gone yet for Renegades, but they do need to start winning rounds.
I have a more general question for you, Anders.
Oh, go on.
How did ENCE's performance at Cologne make you think about this team? You still think they're one of the best teams in the world? Did it change any of your thoughts?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think the thing that I always actually assumed, maybe without good reason, was that one of the problems that ENCE wasn't going to run into, which is such a common problem, which is that like once things are going a little bit well for a team, like you get off to a good start early on with a team. What happens is that let's say the internal motivation of a team gets fractured between some players who say, let's keep doing what we've been doing, like we're going to keep like all the focus, right? And some people are like, no, but we're winning, we're great, like let's take a little bit of time off, you know? So I just assumed that wouldn't happen because they seem to me to have like, I mean, I also know some of the leadership obviously in NAD2 and some of those people, so I just assumed that wouldn't be a big problem, but it felt like that actually has happened a little bit, that they're not 100% in agreement. And anytime that happens, that's a real problem. That doesn't mean they can't solve it, but if they can't solve it, that's a real issue. And I think that's what we saw in Cologne.
Well, here's what we just mentioned earlier. This time, Renegades, look how aggressively they're taking rap side. They just say, okay, you're going to put that many players in banana. Now the checkmate move is X7 pushing all the way down. It's been spotted, but that's going to make Renegades very, very nervous that ENCE has such a good read on what they're doing.
Yeah, tactically, this is actually really upsetting for Renegades. Lias turning around. He's got the Galil. He's being shot in the back and maybe could have turned that. Now they're in CT spawn with the bomb. This is a weird game of chess that we're watching.
Yeah, what a strange way to take the B bomb site. And you still have JKS doing work, so they're actually all frozen on this side of the map. No one has any idea. That's a lot of damage dealt. And I mean, Renegades doesn't realize it, but they're about to have a free bomb site and potentially a free round.
This is so confusing. I think everybody's confused even. You see Aloe still checking over at A. He's like, well,
we're confused and we have a minimap.
Yeah. It's true, isn't it? Well, now there's clarification instantly. The bomb goes down, they know it's at B, and they might as well go for it again. Their money is not really great on the ENCE side, so if Renegades win this round and the next, this game changes completely.
Ozza has a Molotov to use. One smokes go out towards coffins, one towards CT spawn, so let the retake begin.
If he knows the throw into the skybox from construction, that way he's gone back out again, so maybe not. Gratisfaction waiting right at the edge of the smoke. Jacob going to be picking up one, and Gratisfaction with the other one. Momentarily, I was excited because you can throw that Molotov from inside of the construction area.
Yep.
And have it bounce out. It's a beautiful thing, really.
Well, it's a beautiful thing. Gratisfaction hiding in the smoke, waiting for contact to be made by Jacob. And there it is. Renegades, as we mentioned, if they were going to go back to it, they just do. They had the winning recipe. Fast up mid, it was a contact play, and once you kind of turn the corner towards brackets, you really pick up the pace towards CT spawn. Hoping to take advantage of that rotation that would be coming back from the B bomb site, but instead they just find themselves a bomb site for free, and Gratisfaction is very, very lucky to have his life.
Yeah, that could have been a quick kill, couldn't it? Alu's sticking around. He's got people in apartments, so he's not worried about getting shut down from Boiler. Jacob might be rewarded for this patience. Right on the other side. Man, that is so close. Look at the standoff here. Jacob and Ariel, if there'd have been an audience, someone would have done something by now, but no audience so far for the group stage. And they are just at a complete standstill. Wow. Don't get to see this very often. And they're going to be backing out now. It really is like a bit of a coin flip. Sergey going to be pushing up. And Jacob, can they see him from that? I don't think they can. They could have almost caught JKS. Yeah, now they spotted him out. And he's in trouble, a lot of trouble.
Well, I wonder if Ariel, how do you manage that situation? Sergey's going to find that kill, and that's huge. Ariel's now going to have a fast flank. He's going through the underpass right now. He's going to be at that B bomb site behind them very, very quick. All Alexi and X7 have to do is hold on for a couple seconds. Another smoke being dropped down. That's X7 dead. And Alexi finds the frag inside the smoke. Can't find JKS, but there's Aerial. He needs that kill, and it's not going to happen. That is a huge frag for JKS to find.
It really is, and it's almost like the fact that he was pulled back out to fight that smoke is actually going to give him a little bit of a heads up there. JKS on the other side, bomb not being defused yet. He's going to take the spray right through, but he pulls out the other gun instead. I think that was a grenade, and he's going to end up going down. Alu with the double kill, and ENCE to pull the rug out from under Renegades yet again. They have enough money to buy on 3, and I'm guessing they probably will.
Once that flank went down, I thought for sure Renegades was going to win that. This is such a heads-up play from JKS. There's no way he expected it to be that fast. But well done. I mean, there's only so much he could do. He thought Olu was sticking the bomb defuse, had to go check. 9-4, and still, Renegades cannot win 2 in a row.
No, that's a real problem. Something needs to change in that department alone. Still, 9-6 can work. If they can get this round, then the money's broken for ENCE. This can really work, but we've been saying that for a while now. And I think they've simply run out of rope at this point. Need to get the last 2 rounds on the board, and then hopefully have a little bit of a mental reset before the second half. Somehow not as bad as it seems for Renegades, even though I feel like they should have been beat up even more. Yeah,
well, it's because they still have a chance here to make this a pretty good half. That is a phenomenal transfer over with the UMP. So much damage onto Azza. And Liaz gonna try and work his way around the smoke. And X7 is just one step ahead. So prepared for that peak. That certainly has no idea Jacob's here.
No, absolutely not. Gonna find out anyway. Somehow every single thing working out for X7, and now trapped in Banana, and actually think just playing with him even. Having a good time.
Jacob is so boxed in. Just a little bit wider, and he'll be available for Alu, but X7, again, triple kill for him. Just decides to end things. And yeah, that was a very weird round where everything he did was the right thing to do.
Even, yeah, because I think if you're Elias at that point in time, all you could be thinking is, okay, so he's just shooting through smoke and you know, taking some pretty big risks, but I'm going to be patient. I'm surely going to be rewarded for that patience. And then he's just running around, making noise on the other side and shooting right in the face with the UMP. That'll happen sometimes. Back to the CZs.
Back to the CZs for the final round of this first half. 10-4 in the favor of the Finns. This is what we love to see. Alu's got a pick. Jacob taken out of the sky.
Not bad at all. Grenade to soften them up as well. This has really been a weird first half. Like, no, not the kind that we usually see. Again, 2 out of the 4 rounds for Renegades have been with CZs as openings. They've had just numerous options of possibilities to completely eco ENCE, to win back-to-back rounds, to do all these things. And somehow they've fallen short every single time.
Well, AK coming in, and again, they're just trying to exploit the heavy play towards the B bomb site. This time there's 4 at A, though. Great kill for Gratisfaction. Alu needs to find the equalizing kill, and it's not happening. All the kills, once the pistols are on, Renegades must get stronger. X7 can ruin their day, though. Can ruin everything. This is not a fight that you can win with those pistols.
Oh, and even the flashbangs set it up, nearly took down JKS. It's gonna be, nope, smoking off only half of it. And that got him killed.
That really did, but look up the Banana. Aerial and Sergey can still make this work. Flashbang out. JKS not blind whatsoever. That has got to really piss Aerial off, but Sergey can still do it. Stepping into the flames, into the Molotov, spots 1. Now realizes the op rotated around to Coffins. JKS very exposed here, and he's getting aggressive. He's found the kill. Over the top, Sergey didn't see it coming. 5 rounds for Renegades. I think 3 of them are won with pistols.
Yep.
And none of them are back-to-back. What a weird half, and we'll see if Renegades can recover when they switch to defense.
Reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got shoulder robs, we've got R&B, we've got it all going on here at Intellectual Masters in Chicago. It's ENCE versus Renegades. And we're getting into the second half, but it's been just a really freaky first half, wasn't it?
It was very strange.
It's bordering on kinky even. It's weird.
Yeah, if you have a thing for pistols, that's the first half for you.
Yeah, as you said, it's 3 out of 5 rounds won by Renegades with just CCs. That bunch of opportunities that they didn't really feel like taking, and now we'll see if they can do better in the second half. They're on the CT side now, and they've got a bit of a stack going on at Banana, looking down middle as well to make sure they're not getting, you know, overrun at A. So they've got like advanced warning there, and the grenade could be beautiful. Wow,
Right on, Dalu.
that's good.
That's perfect. I think this CZ around the corner is going to be really dangerous. JKS just waiting. There's the follow-up nade that's onto JKS. He turns, it's Jacob to get the first kill. And I think that actually might put a stop to it. They looked like they were coming in, and actually, yeah, another frag for Jacob. On top of the wood is Alexi B that goes down, and Sergey's the only one left here without even really much of a fight. Renegades have a 5-on-2 advantage.
Yeah, just picking them apart one at a time here. JKS has been waiting this whole time to be the hero, you know?
The strategy is set up for him to get 2 kills. CZ close range. They want to stop this bomb from getting away, make the round much easier, and I think it should be doable.
JKS the only one who doesn't get anything.
You hate to see that.
All right. Pretty good job here from Aerial. You do like to see that. Renegades celebrating early, I guess. Just enjoying the one round.
Yeah, and Liaz, I like this call. Just back away, rotate over to your teammate, help him out. Yeah, they really let this round get a little bit trickier than they wanted to.
It's only 24 seconds as well, so gonna be smoking off once. Needs to go really soon if you want to pick up that bomb, and yeah, he's got no way to check that. Gratisfaction with a triple, and Renegades with a nice round after all.
Yeah, good shots from Jacob over towards the B bomb site. And what do we get from ENCE? Do they want a full save and wait for the AKs in the next round? This was a really nice pistol round. One tap onto Alu, one tap onto Alexi. Everyone getting headshots. And yeah, poor JKS. He's just waiting, biding his time.
He was a good sport though. He did really keep his cool for a long time. Well, no bomb plant means no exciting buy really in this round. Could be saving it for the next one. They do have a nice lead going into the second half, so I'm sure they are not that worried. A little bit of a jumping shot as the UMP does a lot as once you know, part of the action, and who can blame him?
JKS also, I mean, he got to make up for the pistol round. He got a couple gifts there.
Yeah.
3 for him, 2 for Azza. 10-7 in the favor of ENCE, but that lead looks like it might just be disappearing pretty quickly at the start of this second half. AKs and Kriegs out for the T side. Still 3 SMGs in play for Renegades.
Three-round lead. Doesn't really seem like that much. We'll see how ENCE do here on the T side, if they can keep a better economy and get off to a slightly better start. That is a great opening on Banana. JKS running right into the AK of Sergey. And up the middle, they're not going to respect that smoke. Instead, moving forward, and Gratisfaction seem to be very aware of the possibility. And he just makes it around the corner. That was very close.
That was so close. He can hold that now, though, as Azza rotates over. And that's the tough part. All these SMGs still on the board at the start of this round is now that they rotate into position, can't really take advantage of that too often. Aerial almost able to find Azza, but the damage is going to cause him to be passive, and now the Krieg comes in. They didn't check for Liaz, but they could deal with him, certainly. Plenty of bodies for that. And Aerial even holding off the rotation. It's just Jacob left from the B bomb site. And a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he could even hope to do. And I mean, especially when that smoke goes off, you kind of know what time it is.
Save time.
Save time indeed. Nobody really likes that.
No.
Still, that was a great hit on the bomb side. And as you said, Liaz in that corner didn't check from the first time around, but couldn't do much to follow it up. So
I mean, the big one is the aggression on ramp side. Once you get that damage onto Azza and like you start to feel a little bit more comfortable, you can really move up, and that becomes a position that's so strong, because it just makes the defenders at the A bomb site just, you know, in the back of their head, they just know there's another avenue of attack open to the T side. Also, swinging wide out of Halsey, getting an immediate headshot with the Krieg is a good way to entry into the A bomb site.
That does make life, you know, a fair bit easier.
Yes, the instant headshots are very cool. This one.
Yeah.
That one. That's very nice.
Heads up play. X7 having himself a very good game at the moment.
20 and 9, 16 on Sergey. It's 18 on JKS to top Renegades. Sergey again gonna take banana control. This time not a whole lot of damage dealt. 83 HP left.
If they want to avoid falling into the same weird pattern that they did in the first half, then Renegades really need to win this round. Otherwise, they're going to be back on pistols, and
yeah,
again, I feel like you can only do that so much, and I feel like Renegades have already far exceeded the limit of what you should be able to come back from, even in terms of giving up these kind of you know, of rounds where, again, they need the money.
Yeah, and the fact that they had that happen to him on the T side is just so brutal, because that should be the one where you're able to have more fun with the economy. It's a little bit more forgiving. If it happens on the CT side, this is just going to be a disastrous half. Still pretty passive from ENCE in the sense that they haven't committed anywhere, but 4 players in mid. They have no presence over in Banana or towards the B bomb site.
I like the idea of peeking that corner with a flashbang. Oh, a lineup for Azza, but I don't think he was quite ready for it. Great grenade on Alexi. Didn't get to make it around the corner, sadly. Now, Liaz down in the pit, just staying alive for another 5 seconds or 10 seconds would be everything they need. But that's not going to happen. Instead, they crack over the bomb site. What a great entry from ENCE. They actually were in a little bit of trouble then. Jacob at the corner. Almost getting the kill, but also almost getting traded. Now, the Molotov might actually be a little bit of trouble. They do make it out clear, but they're still got almost no space to stand on here on the bomb site. That smoke, though, is huge.
And there's 2 flashes left on the T side, so even when that smoke clears, they can just start chucking flashbangs into the sky. Jacob and JKS already going to back off. And again, just one player. I believe it was Alu coming up that rap side over towards Small Pit, able to find the 1 kill inside the bomb site. And it's able to apply so much pressure on this defense.
Yeah, things are really, really not working out well for them. Poverty-stricken yet again.
And they'll have a decision to make. I think that's the hardest part. Because Jacob can actually drop that FAMAS and pick up an M4 himself. They can get another SMG on the board, drop one of those over. So you can actually have a buy where you'll have, 3 rifles, 2 SMGs, and decent amount of utility. They're not going to go for it, though. Just the M4 and the FAMAS remain.
I still just feel like if you chart it, how many times can you have this happen to you before you just cannot win the map? I feel like they're already like 3 rounds past that limit.
Yeah, it's a real...
They're still in the game, which is weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty crappy feeling because you feel like you don't ever actually get to fight for anything.
Yeah,
You're always playing from behind, so you never feel like you have a real fighting chance.
Yeah, it's like that could be a positive and a negative, I guess. Like they could be saying to themselves after this map, saying, "Listen, if we win even one more round, on that T side, they don't have money, we have money. We get, instead of 5 rounds, we get 8. Like it could be such a difference."
Oof, those kills are massive. Liaz just waiting around with the Zeus as well. He's gonna have a chance. He's got the pistol out for the moment.
Get the Zeus out. We all want it. At least give us that. It's worth it.
I think if you keep whispering, it'll be like... I think he'll be able to hear it.
Somehow? Like,
yeah.
Telepathically?
It'll enter his brain. It'll be like you're his conscience.
Yeah. Still working on that telepathy. How would you feel if I could broadcast thoughts right into your head, Moses? How would that be?
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah, you don't think that would work out well?
No, that would be terrifying. Although, I think I would probably be up to try it for like 1 day.
Yeah?
Just 1 day.
Like 3 in the morning?
Maybe just a couple hours, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm in here with myself, and I don't even always enjoy it. 13-7, and we're moving into round number 21 with again, the Renegades economy right on the edge all the time. Their currency heavily devaluated, inflation running absolutely rampant, people just trying to survive off bread. It's really not good.
All right, well, Liaz with a nasty little angle right underneath the window. If they try and jump around the lane, they're just going to die. And actually, that's a beautiful opening kill. X7 not able to trade it off, but that is going to bust up the stack they had in lane, at least for the moment. Azza very much alone. Gratisfaction out back to help cover the retreat. And that is a big shot to miss.
It is, but it did also look kind of cool from Alu's point of view. He even looked kind of casual about it. Oh, Sergey wants to make the play. Grenade in hand and JKS. I mean, it's just so unfortunate, isn't it? And now he's just found a whole bomb side to himself, just saying, listen, there's tons of real estate over here, guys.
And that's one of the dangers of being, this far down when you're, 6 rounds down, and then you have Sergey, extremely skilled player, and he's just like, we have some rounds to play with. I'm just going to go challenge in the B bomb site. Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, this is a rough time. I feel like whereas before they were kind of hanging on a little bit, now
it's teetered over the edge.
Yeah, they're in free fall.
When the most positives you have is that you're saving 2 M4s.
Yeah.
It's starting to get into a bad place. And I think at this scoreline as well, it's going to be 7-14. I think you just have to force. You have to buy around these 2 M4s.
Yeah, I can't really even argue with that. Like, I think that's fine. Just, if you want to make a comeback, then it has to start with something wild. 1 M4, still.
1 M4.
It's something.
2 M4s.
No M4, sorry.
All right, well, forget everything we just said. Take it all back.
We had kind of like an auction going on.
Renegades is screwed.
Gotta get 2 M4s. Anyone selling
Anyone
into
for two?
1 in 4, 1 in 4, 1 in 4 left 4, now it's 0 in 4. Sorry. Oh. It's a real shame. Some of these kills.
Poor guys.
Yeah, like I said again, I really look forward to the analysis part of this because I want to see like an unfiltered kind of chat. Usually chat doesn't have much of a filter anyway, but I feel like we could take the gloves all the way off this one because this has been a crazy game.
Yeah, so you almost start to feel bad for Renegades with all these pistol rounds they've had to contend with. Sergey is going to lead the way up banana. Alexi and Alu behind. Just pistols. They're going to give ENCE the chance to get onto 15. And not a whole lot of smokes and nades either. Smokes on Azza and Liaz, neither of them at the B bomb site, so nothing to hold back this hit that looks like it might just storm in any moment.
Bit of a peek from Jacob, hoping. And they're going to double grenade the position that he's no longer in. Switching around back to coffins instead. They've got a pretty good three-way crossfire here. Obviously, there's going to be smoke if they go towards the CT spawn, but still could be some decent damage output. It would be classic at this point in time if Renegades could pick up this round, though. I would actually find that humorous.
Sergey wouldn't. There's the opening kill on a Jacob. Azza wants to come through the smoke as soon as JKS makes contact. And ENCE still not really moving. They still have aerial and ult mid just looking for the flank. And now they're going to go back towards that A bomb site. It's only Sergey sticking around just for the moment, but actually they're just going to start bailing out. 30 seconds on the clock. They want nothing to do with this B bomb site. The question is, can Renegades? I don't think they can make it back in time. I think they just missed it by a couple seconds.
Yeah, Lias here with the CC. It's a pretty good attempt with the grenade, actually. The smoke hiding inside of it now and comes out with a big kill. I think that was even better than you could have hoped for. So good job on him, at least. But still, not really putting them in a winnable position.
No, this AK-47, they need to just save it.
Yeah. Get out while you still can. Put them at 15-7.
The Renegades need to win 8 in a row to force overtime on this first map.
There is literally nothing in this game so far, Renegades, that will give us any confidence they could do that. What's the most rounds they've won in a row so far?
It is 2 to start this half. They won the pistol in the second round. That was it. Yep. So it doesn't get much worse.
Honestly, I'm shocked they even have 7 rounds. There's part of me that thinks this should have been over like 10 minutes ago.
A while back. Yeah, that's very possible. Switching into the double op setup, so literally last-ditch effort, last opportunity to stay in this game. Op on Gratisfaction, op on JKS.
Renegades did also pick Inferno, and ENCE picked Train, so that's also maybe a problem. Could be a real issue.
Maybe. Maybe it could be a problem. Well, we'll see. Sergey, again, blind. He finds Azza. I think that's the second time, but JKS through the wall. That is a good rebuttal, a good return.
This is really one of the more weird games I've casted in a while. Seems like something is off. A 1-for-1 trade at the top of banana, leaving JKS alone back there. He does have a smoke in case they Molotov him, so that's good news. Also with the AWP, and you're just hoping to get a kill and buy a lot of time here.
That's also a very, that corner for the AWPer. Tough to survive as long, especially if you put out that volatile smoke, which you kind of have to do. They now know his position. There's the flashbang, who turns the corner, a missed shot, and I think that should be it. They can swing wide on him now, but he's staying alive inside the smoke, but surely there's no escape at this point. Just spam coming through, bomb's gonna get planted, and a 3-on-3 for Renegades to stay in the map.
Yeah, trying to keep it alive here. There is another smoke on LXCB, so when that one clears towards CT spawn, it could easily smoke down off. Checking for Banana where nobody's showing up, and Leah's going down. Good return kill, but almost Alu picking up that one, and that might have been the damage that they needed. In fact, the smoke has gone towards construction instead. Alu waiting on the other side, and so is LXCB, and that will be a triple for him to make it 16 on the board for ENCE. They pick up the map pick of their opponents, heading into Train as the second map. Great performance out of the Finnish side.
Yeah, that is a awkward map for Renegades, who never had the money to stay in the fight for very long. We're heading to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the desk and the
push the claws that hold you back. Falling down, you get back up. 'Cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior. Walk through fire, try to keep your eyes closed. 'Cause you wanna lie in silver for your own. Don't take liars when they're superimposed. 'Cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up. 'Cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. Renegades and ENCE on train. This was ENCE map pick, and honestly, that's a scary thought for Renegades. I hope they've fixed whatever problems they were having in Inferno. Hope they can win more than two rounds in a row. Let's start with that.
That would be a very good starting position. And maybe win some of those few more gun rounds as well would be quite nice.
We've got the recipe in front of us, really.
Yep, it's that easy. Sergey going to cross over and actually going to show presence to JKS. That'll pull Gratisfaction back. However, two players out towards Ivy for ENCE.
Yeah, and after, you know, just, I guess, posting up a little bit aggressively early on, ENCE have really slowed it down. Waiting for someone to peek Ivy, maybe, you know, someone to peek over at upper B there. Sergey taking a look every once in a while. And they do not have a P250 either.
That's the first step of the pistol round, is Sergey controlling box halls. You force the second player back. There can't be four players outside. You have to keep that inner defense honest, and now they just wait, see if there's going to be any aggression, and they can decide where to go from here. They do have smoke, flash on Alexei. That's a good pushback of Liaz. However, Renegades want to maintain some aggression at this point of the map for the defense, so they have all the information. They know nobody is creeping up Ivy for the moment.
And that smoke and the flashbangs, I mean, that's going to have to do a lot of work. Good damage on Alu, in fact, in spite of the fact that he was only dipping his toes in.
This is taking a long time to shuffle back to the B bomb site, and it looks like Renegades is getting the idea. Alza and Liaz haven't seen anyone since that initial contact. Jay comes now cheating in towards Connector. Gratisfaction already at the B bomb site. This is as good as a defense as you could hope for.
It really is. The smoke up and C connected to prevent anyone from easily taking shots. Now down on the low ground, it's JKS, and he's about to get overrun. They missed every single shot. Then X7 going to take full advantage. And actually, I think they stole a second smoke there just to put it even further into Connector. Alu up on the high ground will be just raining down death with that Glock, and he did a lot of damage to Azure as well. Liaz, well, they're out of bullets, so that's a little bit uncomfortable. Aerial back in the action again after a quick reload, and there is no chance here for Liaz. He's going to get shut down. A very successful pistol round from ENCE.
Yeah, that's extremely successful. That's a very powerful hit. Those initial contact, despite having the two players there, JKS couldn't hit anyone at the bomb train. Seemed like he had a chance, a headshot angle towards upper ramp, or the upper exit. But a nice swarming, and also that second smoke, as you mentioned, picking it up and putting it back down in towards Connector, that just allows everyone to maintain aggression down those lanes.
Yeah, that worked out really well. And I guess that's the downside sometimes of those USPs, because it does look beautiful when we get those early headshots, but if you miss a couple of shots like that, it's like you have that sinking feeling like, oh no.
And if they get close to you as well. Well, I mean, speaking of some danger and getting close to that inner bomb site, just a full-blown inner rush. And JKS is going to have to back away. He's taking his shots. I think you just save everything. If you're Renegades, I almost feel like there's no reason to circle back and actually try and go for this. Like, if they win, great, but this is a huge risk. You could just play it pretty much another standard round in the next one. Try it all over again.
Yeah, I think they've probably come to the same conclusion by now. I mean, especially as they've been smoked off everywhere. So
Yes, so deep.
you can't even
Even if you
snipe
get all
away.
even if you get all the kills, it takes so long to make your way all the way to the bomb. And they have no kits. So nothing going in the Renegades' favor, and they make the call, and they all get away safely.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's going to be hunting them this far back on the map. So far so good. Ends with a, I don't know, just a quick call. Not really any worry in that one for them either.
So 2-0. You heard them talk about the Cologne loss. Just sitting down, talking things over, talking things through. I did see him in Cologne after the fact.
Yeah.
And he was pretty confident. He was like pretty quietly confident that they'll be able to bounce back, and he didn't make it seem like it was too big of an issue.
Well, the brilliant thing about the ENCE project, from my point of view, is that they've been building it from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like, they've had very few resources to work with on pretty much all fronts. And they've had patience and build it over the years. I actually think it's just a brilliant project overall, and they've got lots of great things going for them. So if I was NATO, I wouldn't be so worried either. I would think like, yeah, but we've been in so much worse positions than this, and we've come out on top. So, you know, what's the worry? They also have great social media and content in general. I don't know if people notice this, but, you know,
It's
actually,
cool logo as well.
we do need cool logo as well. We do need a lot more philosophy with Alu. That's my favorite thing in the world. Oh, except for that. That might be my new favorite thing. Straight scout headshot, Jacob to take down Sergey, and they will find JKS, so maybe won't get a second one. Az is back here as well, but that did look great, didn't it?
Oh, wow.
My God.
Right as the smoke plumes, the bomb's going to get planted. Alu needs to cover, though. Alu needs to cover over the top, and Alexei could be exposed. Ozzo's going to get this wide angle. He's going to have a chance with the scout. He's been spotted, and Alu finds that kill. Almost the follow-up. He's reloading. And not even looking into the bomb site. That might have been a mental lapse.
Well, oh, Lias saving the round on every single front, isn't he? Just getting the first kill through.
Alu was so nonchalant in the way he walked down that lower ramp.
Yeah, he was quite committed to the idea that someone would be peeking on the sidewalk instead, I guess.
He didn't even consider for a moment that someone could be inside the bomb site. So well done from Renegades. Remember, that's scout and pistol they saved in the second round. That they just win that.
Yeah, that is a really good point. And finally, something this is really good, isn't it? Smoke. He's like, I've got it.
This was the thing of beauty. Oh, he turns the corner and the smoke's already up. Well done from Liaz. Even a couple kills there right at the end. 2-1. So Renegades get started on the defense. AWP and Gratis factions hands. And a couple salvaged weapons means they have two players that have a lot of cash flow.
Alexei. Alu and Alexei to follow it up. Renegades, please. You just came out of that round with a big win. Don't be giving it away. We had enough of that on Inferno, and it seems like they are bringing it back. Actually, ENCE kind of weirdly getting locked down in T-main as winning that fight as well. Lias to take down Alexei B, and now it's Alu in a 1 versus 3. A big turnaround here for the Australian side.
I have to imagine this is a tilt-worthy round for ENCE. The opening 2 kills, and then you just crumble. It's not too often you're going to see a T-side just get battered like that after getting the 2 entries outside in the yard. Alu left in a 1 versus 3. I don't know if he's going to expect this, and not at all. Can't even get the shot off, and there's another AWP on the ground that Renegades can salvage for free. So the defense is up and running. They've won 2 in a row, Anders. They've tied their best on Inferno.
And honestly, they've got every chance. I'm going to say now, it's 100% they win the third on as well, Moses. It's 100%.
Okay. Well, we're going to get a timeout.
You in on that bet?
No, not really. I don't really feel that invested into this one. But we'll find one later.
All right. We'll see if we can follow that up. They just don't really have money on the end side, I feel.
You never know. They could buy some Deagles, P250s. Would that scare you a little bit if you just saw them all snap up armor and full utility and like CZs?
Not at all.
Not even a little bit?
No, Renegades, they've shaken off the rust here at the second map. They're ready now.
Okay.
You can tell.
That is such a great recovery in that round. 3 on 5. Spent so much time trying to deal with Ozza, it felt like. It was weird. Like the mid players like didn't know he was there. They were well exposed to him.
Yeah.
But the ladder player was fighting him the whole time. Like he had to have been calling it out that someone was in ladder room.
And if you're ENCE, you've got to be a bit frustrated because that round starts with 2 great openings.
Yeah.
You're like, that's it. We've done it all.
That's the hardest part.
And then they didn't really move out. That's a 2-for-1 shot that goes through the wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well played.
Satisfaction. Twirling his mustache. Probably doesn't know it yet, but that's still pretty cool. LXCB sniping away the Glock, and nothing will come of it. That would be a fun to see that replay. 2-3 as Renegades finding their best streak yet.
But not only that, but I mean, what was the other issue they had in Inferno was the money problem, right? And by winning that 3rd round with scouts and a pistol, you upgrade, you get the AK-47, you get a Krieg. I think you got a free op out of it as well. All of a sudden, your money issues are put to rest. Like, you don't have to worry about those at all. You have so much cash. So Renegade's got to be feeling much better already on train.
Yeah, and that helps them so much with these early plays. The smokes and the Molotovs to block off any kind of a rush. A bit of a fight there. Oh, they're going to hunt him down. That's a beautiful flashbang to set that up. And Gratisfaction never really got into a safe position. Az is going to be going down. And just as we're praising them, they are going to get completely crushed here at the A-bomb site. Yes.
I really like that play from Alzo. It's so unfortunate for him that Alu was just waiting for it, was ready and peeking into it. Now they know where JKS is. I don't think ENCE is going to be too dedicated to hunt this down, though. More than happy to let him have it. Ariel has the AWP. And ENCE is going to keep things tied up. Just a very fast pace. The first player over towards Ivy did not expect the swing and the fight. I believe that was Liaz into his Molotov at Ivy.
Yeah.
And the Alper definitely did not expect the pace coming out of them.
I actually thought Liaz Molotov would be way more effective. I thought that would be, if they take that fight, they lose 2 and it's not worth it. So, I don't know. I was surprised as well. You know that whole place that's back here with the couch and the TV and everything else?
Yeah.
The part of that room that faces towards the yard, you can shoot through the wall of that into the A yard, like a lot. Not on that side, on the down where the TV is.
Down where the TV is.
Yeah, like the TV and the fridge. It's like right when you get up these stairs. Obviously, the audience can't really see where we can see, but
yeah, that's a good point. That's
like
a conversation for another day.
right when you run up the stairs out of T-spawn, like right when you get to the top of the stairs, there's like a whole room next to it.
I
There.
gotcha. Yep, I know what you're talking about now.
That wall facing into the yard. 3-3, and already getting caught. Oh, the grenade. Oh, it's so beautiful. Jakim's genius.
He ate so much damage, and I think now if you're on ENCE, you just have to pick up the pace towards inner. You just have to go for it. JKS the only one here. The Molotov holding him back. Gratisfaction is now rotated over, and here it comes. Nade down into the lower ramp, and that's a good kill and a good follow-up from JKS, and that neutralizes this whole hit. They have taken so much damage and have gotten nowhere close to finding an entry.
Wow. Shut down. JKS with the triple. How did he bounce the grenade down? I don't even think the grenade just went over his head. I think it actually bounced down into the lane. It looked like that to me. I kind of want to see that.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about bouncing down.
Like Jakim, that grenade that he threw over the train. It's like it didn't just explode in the air over the train. I think it actually like hit something and went down. Not that it really matters. I think it would have down anyway. But
Shout out to Jacob, though.
I'm just saying it's like a little detail, you know. I like those things.
Yeah, you are a big fan of little details. Molotov out in T-mid. Some fine nade work onto Sergey. Another one to follow up, and Jacob. Oh, what a stunning shot.
Yeah, he was ready for that, apparently. Double drop. They're back again somehow. There was a while where they got counted all the time, so everybody gave them up. That's a big Molotov, and they're actually going to push out behind it. Don't want to give them the bomb side, otherwise that could have maybe left Liaz alone out here.
This is such a dangerous position from Alu. The fact that he's just able to be here and safely, as soon as his teammates make contact, he's going to have peaks and angles that Renegades are not prepared for. He's waiting for X7 and Sergey to make his move. Liaz hasn't turned around just yet. Dangerous game from Alu, but now a lot of the defense has rotated away. They've gained a lot of ground. There's the drop down from Liaz. They know his position, but he can stay alive and stay safe. Bomb is still very far from the site at this point.
Yeah, it is. But there's the sneak in. As you said, they knew exactly where he was. And that's going to give a bit of an opening now. Should be able to get the bomb plant down. Gratisfaction is coming in, and JKS playing close to the bomb site. Can I pick up the kill there on Alu, and they're still fighting him. I like CB not worried about the bomb plant until now. And it's Gratisfaction in a 1 versus 2 sneaking in. I'm shocked that he hasn't picked up something else than the AWP. Just wants to get close and no scope, not going to connect, and he's going to get found by X7. And that will be a huge win here for the ENCE side. And you could tell Renegades Kassar there not exactly in a good mood.
That's one with pistols, and I think they actually made a joke just last week in LA about how bad they've been at their anti-ecos. So that's got to be frustrating, I believe, for the coach.
Yeah.
But certainly against the Deagle, Sergey with that opening pick towards the outer yard, the drop down in towards ladder room. That is a very well done round from ENCE. 3 players on the defense coming out of connector onto the bomb train for this outer yard, but ooh, that's a shot he probably thinks he should have hit.
Yeah, he had the right read. I mean, that was a really good idea, wasn't it? JKS playing around the smoke. That can definitely work. Oh, wow. Absolutely outplayed.
Oh, yeah, I liked that. Getting aggressive as well once those shots come out. Lexi now trying to discover presence, and he's found more than he bargained for. Down to 41 HP. So even after a crushing loss, Renegades this round mount a pretty solid defense. Oh no, but that's a disaster. Aggression in a 5-on-4. They're down a player now, and Alza needs to hold on to ladder room. He can't really move out of this position. He needs to hold on to it for his team.
Yeah, and they know that he's here as well. Most of the defense right now is on the A side. Don't know if it would make sense for ENCE to try and move away. Azza actually gets the kill on Aerial, forced out by the Molotov Gratisfaction to pick up Alu, and that makes a little bit of a difference. Renegades now trying to fight their way back, and they have the man lead as well. X7, the grenade, it'll do some damage, but it won't be enough to get the kill, and Gratisfaction will pick up X7. That was a much, much needed turnaround here for Renegades.
It really was. It's an incredible hold under a high-pressure situation. Those 2 kills that Aerial gets, I think that felt like it was going to be the round over. Overextended in middle.
This position, Moses.
This is the one you're talking about. This is the...
Like right where like the, whatever those are. The
Paper towels?
Yeah, next to the coffee machine. If you shoot through there, you can shoot into the yard.
Is there any functional use for any of the places you can hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hit people by...
Is it with AKs?
E-box?
Is it just op only? What are we talking?
Oh, yeah. But you can hit people by E-box. I think you can actually hit people in connector as well. And you can hit them down the lane. You can hit almost everything from that position. It's kind of ridiculous, but...
Okay.
Train.
That's unreal.
There are some really ridiculous wallbangs on train. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe you could do a video. Show them all to us. Spend a couple hours with all the spam spots.
Yeah, like 30 of them. Yeah, I might do that one day.
Okay.
Here we go, round number 10. And Renegades, I mean, that recovery in that round, if they're going to have a chance of winning the map, I think that's going to be one of the key rounds that we're going to be looking at some point, saying if they hadn't done that, you know, a lot wouldn't have worked out. All of the money being spent on the ENCE side, not that really Renegades have a lot of it, but a big chance here for the Renegade side to be able to string more rounds together. If they win this one, they probably win the next as well, and things start to look a bit better.
And ENCE aren't being shy about making noise whatsoever. Plenty of footsteps in box halls for Jacob and JKS to have heard about. Now, this defense is strong, but it can collapse pretty quickly. If this missed shot from JKS comes out, then Jacob just dies.
Yeah, his life is literally being guarded by JKS. Grenade, spray right over it. It's looking good for the defense so far, though. Jacob did go down anyway, and once one of them goes down, the other one follows pretty quickly. And now 3 versus 5, they don't have the money to lose these rifles, and they're just going to give it up.
That's a save call just immediately. Alza still not even budging out of ladder room. Nice hit from ENCE. Even overcoming, as we said, a pretty decent defensive setup there between Jacob and JKS. JKS just misses the opportunity for that first kill. So it'll be 5-5.
Which, from ENCE's point of view, is pretty good. 5 rounds T-side on train.
I think you're going to be very, very pleased to be at 5-5, 2/3 of the way through this first half. And then also, you know, with like these save calls coming out, you know, with the damage you've done, you have their economy right on the verge of just kind of getting decimated. So you're very pleased with this position. You're just 1 win away. You're 2 wins in a row of like delivering the knockout punch that would just give you a phenomenal offensive half. Like it goes from good to incredible if ENCE wins this round.
Yeah, things really are looking bright for the Finnish side at the moment. 11th round are going to be coming up. We've not seen a lot of the kind of aggression that we sometimes see out of CT sides Renegades. I guess it could just be the money that they're worried about. I mean, fair enough, but some of the Ivy pushes we sometimes see. We had JKS pushing towards upper B.
Yeah.
Or the smoke, that was cool. But again, it's kind of like one-off things.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, we haven't seen like any kind of like push lower ramp and have an opera at the upper corner or anything like that.
Some things that they have not incorporated into their play right now.
They did try and get aggressive towards T mid once, and Ariel had a double kill that almost ruined the round for him. So maybe they're just not feeling too motivated to get aggressive.
Yeah, that's right. Sergey on 1-1 and 8, and he is actually one of the really heavy hitters on this team. So it's kind of interesting to see him being a little bit out of it, and they're still playing fine. So that could also be a problem for Renegades. Is what if he starts to wake up a little bit on this map?
Yeah, that would not be great. Alu just holding the angle, hoping someone slides into his crosshair behind that train. Might be an opportunity coming right here. And that is about as close as you can get without actually peeking the angle. Azza in ladder room, Jacob at the E-box as well. So pretty aggressive stance, a pretty aggressive setup towards these middle choke points with a ranged view of Ivy.
Yeah, 3 on A, 2 on B, and just under the minute mark now. Still decent amount of grenades being held back by Renegades, which is really, really important. Want to be keeping some of those Molotovs for later on. You see Gratisfaction up on the high ground with the Molotov, so if they make it down to B, he could delay the bomb plant, he could do a bunch of things with that grenade, and it all matters towards the end. 40 seconds now, and ENCE kind of running the clock a little bit low, trying to get out main, but oh, the fire on Azza, he nearly goes down, and Jacob was found as well. Azza is in so much trouble. If he could get even a kill right now, that would be huge.
That'd be massive, but look at the flank coming in from JKS. That might be the savior of the day because it's a very slow-moving hit from ENCE, and he's going to come down the ladder at the right time, the right opportunity. No kill for Azza, but there's JKS with the pounce. He's got the first, and he transfers on top of the train for a second, and that will seal the round for Renegades. ENCE played that one slow, and it might have just been too slow.
Yeah, what a save from JKS, and obviously got a faction with a double kill. Don't want to leave him out of the fun. That was amazing, because honestly, they got the opening kill there on ENCE side. They had Azza pretty much dead. Yeah, he couldn't even really escape. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's blind there, right through the edge as well. Oh, and the follow-up also. Nice flick over onto Sergey. Yeah, very good round from Gratisfaction.
These are great shots.
Might have even saved the day a bit more than JKS did.
We are still just trading rounds all over the place, aren't we?
Yeah, it's been 6 rounds in a row. Well, technically 7 if you go back and forth. Neither team giving up, and there's a decent route being run, but Alexi's dropped. Ariel on the other side of the train finds Jacob trying to do some kind of a distraction through the smoke, but it's the pistols jumping in the face of Liaz. And Gratisfaction, he's going to be called upon one more time.
And he's still playing very close. He's so quick, isn't he, with this AW beam. Azza out of Pop Dog to try and help him out. The bomb on the ground as well with Renegades with a man advantage. There is a sneak around the back though. X7 coming in with the M4. Or sorry, with the Krieg, in fact. That is a great weapon to have at this range if you're going to be looking down. But he can't win the fight. Didn't even look like he was scoped up then. Maybe that could have worked out for him. And now it's on Alu. He's got a lot of time. And that's about it.
Oh, what a pop flash. That is perfectly timed.
Yeah, he was going to be essentially needing new corneas at that point, wasn't he?
Yep, well, they break the cycle. No more trading rounds. Finally, Renegades win 2 in a row. 7-5 lead. That'll secure their money better than they've had in some time. And it forces ENCE back onto pistols.
I feel like they've won a lot of fights against Liaz down at Ivy. I wouldn't be surprised if ENCE would want to try and spend one of these next 3 rounds just testing that proposition and just saying, you know what?
Let's go back to it.
Yeah, if we can, I mean, maybe this round you have pistols, fair enough, but like, yeah, maybe you can win that fight.
Classic 5 Glock inside. No one has a good idea of how to win this round, so let's just rush in her. At least get that bomb planted and fair play. It's gonna work. They're gonna get that extra 800. X7 with a single kill onto Jacob. That should be all they get. So an 8th round for Renegades and a defuse coming in, and they don't even have to spend up a whole lot of utility to get that win. So money feeling very secure all of a sudden for these last couple rounds.
Yeah, the $800 bonus actually does a lot for them. That made a significant difference in terms of what they can buy here. Mostly on the utility front, but still, it all counts. Yeah.
2 kills for Sergey, 7 for Alu. No one on the end side in double digits for the moment. For Renegades, it's JKS at 14, Leaz at 11, Aza at 10.
ENCE with the timeout. A little bit of thinking going on. I mean, 5 rounds is still pretty acceptable for T-side train, but, you know, if they get a couple more on board, I'm sure they'll take it.
Yeah. I don't think you're ever going to turn away rounds, you know? We don't need these.
Well, yeah, we're doing fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll give you these last ones.
Well, let's see what they pull out here leading into round number 14. I am kind of interested to see if they agree on the whole Lias. Probably Lias has actually got great kills. It's not like he's sort of a weak link right now. I just feel like whenever he's been trying to hold Ivy aggressively, it's been weird.
And Alza and Ladder Room, conversely, has been very costly to go up against.
Yes.
In terms of time, in terms of HP, and sometimes even just full-blown lives. And here you have it. 2 players want a challenge against Lias. He's only got an M4. I don't think we're going to see him swing wide and check anything.
It feels like whenever Lias goes back and holds on in the actual yard itself, things work out better. And when he's fighting, you know, hard on Ivy, that's when things fall apart a little bit.
We have the best of both worlds now. He can stay towards Ivy. Doesn't really need to fight too hard. They've got 4 players outside. Alza just now rotating back off. He will play rotator towards the inner bomb site. We've seen Gratisfaction in that position a number of times with the AWP.
And really rotating a 3rd player into the B-bomb site with Gratisfaction, what, playing up in the sniper spot? I'm not even sure.
Yeah, it would appear so. No, just,
right under,
just beneath
right.
it, right beneath the ladder.
Fair enough.
He has outside, so I mean, just a very passive setup for that outer bomb site. Really reading like this is going to be an inner bomb site hit, and this fake being thrown, it might actually sell them the dream that they're looking for. Renegades have to be very careful and just trust in these 3 players.
Sergey setting it up. They're going to sacrifice him down the ramp, and he gets found by Aza. That's such a big kill.
It's pulled Gratisfaction away just a little bit, but he's back now. They missed the opportunity to get out with that kind of a fake.
They definitely did. Gratisfaction looking around the train. He could definitely see the feet there. Going to try and take the shot. Leah still goes down. Aerial to pick up the kill. And now Gratisfaction, a lot of smoke and fire in front of him as JKS picks up a kill. It's X7 looking for it, but that was a distraction as well. 8 seconds now. And they're going to go for the bomb plant. If anyone goes down now, that's the disaster. JKS to fall. And now it is on Aza. 1 versus 2 with the bomb already down. How do you find these remaining players? At range is the answer, and he's going to lose that fight to the Krieg. Very hard to do that. It's 8-7 now, or sorry, 8-6. As ENCE picks up 1 more round. That is, I think, now officially really, really good territory for them.
Oh, this is, they're going to be so happy with this. And for Renegades, a test of their T-side on train will be really interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's happy he got that one because the mouse jump could have ruined everything. Good kills, though, as ENCE come in, turn the corner, able to actually attack onto the bomb train. AWP and Alu, 2 Kriegs, 2 AKs. And pretty basic setup, similar to last round. Sergey take control of box halls, but here's the aggression, at least for the CT side inside. Gratisfaction at lower ramp, JKS at the corner.
And JKS, oh, the timing is so good. I don't know if you heard that, but Sergey having an absolutely dreadful first half. 2 kills in 15 rounds.
He's had a really tough role, I'm not gonna lie. The role of taking box halls, like he hasn't had a whole lot of aggression that's mounted against him.
Yeah.
But it can be just such a nightmare, because frequently you're doing it a little bit alone.
Yeah, and if the rest of the push dies somewhere else, then you're, you know, weird
Again,
playing alone.
on your own. And being held off by Aza and ladder room for the most part of the half.
Yeah, speaking of which, here he is, not afraid to hold more or less right under. No aggression coming out from the CT side. I mean, they don't really need to, being 4 on 5. But looks like now we're going to go for it. Down the ramp quickly. JKS with a counter Molotov up just to try and prevent anyone from running in that side. Now they're going to be flanking around instead. There's no one on the high ground to shoot him in the back either. So JKS definitely had the right idea in that kind of a defense. And Aza pretty quickly coming up the ladder behind them to try and see if he could flank in. X7, that's aggressive. Leah's going to be there in the connector, and Aza now a couple of steps away from probably ruining this round, no matter what, for LXCB. Hunting him down. Oh, and actually got spotted out. Oh, wow, I can't believe LXCB even checked for that, but Jacob will be there, and that will be the round for Renegades. 9-6, I think. I mean, a pretty open game still, but I think ENCE are going to be happy.
Yes, and Renegades, this switching of the halves is going to be a big test for their T-side on train, ENCE's map pick as well. So good half, but both teams still in it. We'll see how it ends when we return from the break.